Hello, this is my review of the Zero Breeze, which is advertised as one of the world's smallest and most portable air conditioners. I've looked online, but I guess because this is such a new product, nobody's really done any reviews on it. There have been a couple of unboxing reviews and a couple of them demonstrating the Zero Breeze as far as how the battery works with it and those kinds of things, but no real exhaustive reviews of the Zero Breeze itself. So here's one. I decided I'd go ahead and try and do it myself. Zero Breeze is a brand new company, and they are recently shipping their product through Kickstarter and through Indiegogo. And I was a sponsor on Indiegogo. So that is how I got mine. I've had it about a month and been able to use it for a couple of venues. The main thing that people when they see it is that's an air conditioner, because it looks more like a canister vacuum cleaner. But it is an air conditioner. Despite the way it looks, it's actually extremely light, and it's extremely useful. Comes with a few accessories, comes with a tube to connect to the back of it so that you can exhaust the air from the condenser, or you can use it as a standalone unit here and just do some spot cooling for where you are. But be advised that with any portable air conditioner, if you don't exhaust the hot air, what you're actually doing to the overall room is making it hotter, even though where you are, it's cooler. Comes with this very attractive charging brick, or a power brick, I should say. It does not actually charge because it doesn't have an internal battery in it. But it is very, very, very useful. And from what I've found so far, because it's still the late winter, early spring here in Atlanta, Georgia, I really haven't had a whole bunch of an opportunity to really test it yet. But I've been trying it in different scenarios, and it does pretty well. Just to talk a little bit about it, what you're looking at here is the front, and where the air comes from the evaporator. Has the control panel here with an optional pop top to reveal a Bluetooth speaker that puts out a relatively good sound. I'll let you hear a sample. So, very good speaker. I mean, no, you're not going to run a club off of it, but I imagine you probably would not be wanting to use this to run a club anyway. Also has an LED light that's very useful for low light situations. You can hold down the button and it can be used for emergency situations as well to get attention. Again, emphasizing the portability of the unit. Press the latch here, it locks back down into place. And from here, you'll notice the rest of the panel. You have your direction buttons for rewind or forward, or the Bluetooth volume buttons, so that you can actually completely control your Bluetooth device from the Zero Breeze itself. Also has fan settings. It comes with 3 settings, low, medium, high, as well as the compressor switch, whether or not you want to engage the compressor or not. And of course, in the middle, you have the power switch, which also doubles as the standby switch. Mine is already on standby mode, but to turn it completely off, you hold the button and it goes to red when everything is off. Or if you want to put it in standby mode, where you can at least use the accessories, the Bluetooth and all of that, you would hold it until it turns green. Very, I don't know how I describe the design. Like I said, it looks more like a portable canister vacuum, but it does the job. And by the way, no, Apple has nothing to do with this. Apple did not pay for this. Apple has not, they got nothing to do with it. It's just I had an extra sticker from an Apple TV, and it looked like it needed something there. So that's why that sticker's there. On this side, You'll notice you have very well constructed cores. Here's the evaporator and one of two of the condensers. The other side is on the other, well, the other side is on the other side. It has two condensers, one on each side, a cylindrical fan over here, and then an evaporator on this side. You can't tell from just looking at it from a distance, but if I zoom in, you can tell that this actually is a filtered removable hatch here. So no, it's not going to be HEPA or anything like that, but if you've ever dealt with a portable air conditioner or even a window AC, the filters that come with those are not exactly top grade either. So this is comparable to what you would find, the kind of mesh that you would find on a regular window or portable air conditioner. So no complaints there. And these just lock in place, which is easier to do with two hands than one. You got a high-powered condenser fan back here. And then the other side, like I said, also has a similar removable hatch to clean the filter as well as access the other condenser that is in there. There is a port on the back of it for connecting a condensation drain for when the water does drain, because it will generate condensation because it really is an air conditioner. The compressor is about dead center. And you can go online and you can check with Zero Breeze, and if you go to zero-breeze.com, click on either the Kickstarter or the Indiegogo sites, you'll see the full details, the full breakdown of how they built it and everything like that. But the compressor's dead center. Seems to be very, very well built. There are a couple of places where you can see that through the shipping may have gotten a slight bit damaged, or the seams are starting to come apart. This part right here is not locking into place as well as you would think it would, but overall it has a very solid feel to it. Okay, enough talking, now to the specs. It is an 1100 BTU unit. That's not earth shattering, but you knew that when you bought it, okay? And they're very clear about the uses for this thing. This is not going to cool your house, and for the most part, it's not even going to cool your room. This is a personal air conditioning unit. If you understand that, you will be very satisfied with this unit. Unlike other units where you have to pour in water or you have to use a swamp cooler, which especially here in the southeastern part of the United States is not popular. This unit has a full vapor compression system inside of it. From my testing, what I have done over the last month, I found that it drops the temperature at the evaporator by about 13 to 15 degrees below whatever the ambient temperature is on average. So like I said, not earth shattering, but when you're trying to cool a 70-degree room, you got air coming out at about 55 degrees from the evaporator. So I'll go ahead and turn it on. By the way, it does come with a 12-volt cable so that you can wire it up any way that you would like as well. Simple 2 terminals. Uses about 150 to 160 watts total, and that's running wide open from my test using a kilowatt. So that's on high with the speaker going, with the LED on. Not bad at all. Will still work with most cars' DC outlets, but you'll be right up against that mark where you might be pulling 15 amps. So you need to check your car's owner's manual to make sure that it can support the Zero Breeze. The Zero Breeze is advertised to take about 12.5 amps at 12 volts. So I'll give it a chance to kind of stabilize, and now we'll do some measurements with the temperature gun. And as you can see, there we go. We're already at about 53 degrees at the condenser. The ambient temperature in this room Oh, I don't like those 6s. There we go. About 67 degrees in here. Turn this gently. And we'll do some more precise measurements. So at this condenser, we're at about 89 degrees. And at the evaporator, anywhere from 50 to 53 degrees. So as you can see, it's moving the temperature down about 13, 15, 16 degrees below the ambient temperature in the room, and it does that very consistently. Like I said, I've had it for over a month, and every time it has done that. So it's consistent there. Like I said, it's a very light unit. It's about 15 pounds. Not a bad unit at all, and it does exactly what it's advertised, as long as you understand what an 1100 BTU unit will do. 3 fan speeds. That's your high. It defaults to medium, and then this is your low. And then to turn off the compressor, simply press the compressor button. The condenser fan will run for about 30 seconds after you've cut off the compressor, just to make sure that the system stabilizes a little better. And then the interior fan itself will continue blowing indefinitely, depending on what setting you have it on, until you actually turn the unit off. My impressions of it, the pros, well, I mean, for one thing, it does what it's advertised to do. So you can't really complain about that. It does provide cold air. It is an actual air conditioner. It does dehumidify quite well. Noise level, I don't really know that most people buy one of these because they're trying to sleep next to one, or even have one, you know, maybe in a tent or somewhere like that, but it's not so loud that it will keep you awake, especially if you sleep like me and you're virtually dead to the world. There is an optional battery pack that is available for it, but I'll talk about that a little bit later because, well, I'll talk about that a little bit later. The only real con I have about this model is when you turn it on, it defaults to the compressor being on. So unless you're really, really quick and turn that compressor switch off as soon as you turn it on, the compressor is going to fire up. There's sometimes when I'm, you know, maybe just want the interior fan running, and I don't really want the compressor and the condenser fan running, because that, honestly, the condenser fan, when you don't have the attachment on, it is kind of loud. But it has to be high power because it's cooling 2 condensers at the back of it. Right now, it's very quiet, as you can hear. But the problem is you have to be very, very quick when you turn it on. Otherwise, the compressor is going to default to on as soon as you turn it on. That's not anything that'll break the bank, and, you know, nothing to, you know, say I'm not buying this thing over. Just something that you should be aware of. Overall, my impressions of it are very good. I really don't have any major complaints about the Zero Breeze at all. I've run it 3 different ways. I've run it, of course, with the AC adapter. I've run it with the 12-volt cord that comes with it and powered it off of a battery, and a deep cycle battery, and haven't had any problems. And I've also run it off of a 300-watt inverter. Now, this is a pure sine wave inverter, so you need to make sure you get one of those. Do not use a traditional or modified sine wave with one of these transformers. They do not work well at all, and you could possibly damage the transformer. So use a pure sine wave when it's possible. I found one on Amazon for about $50. And, well, I don't think it was that much. I think it was like $40, and it actually does a very good job running on all 3 of the sources. For the second part of this video, I wanted to show you the accessories. This is one of the accessories. This is to attach to the back of the Zero Breeze if you want to exhaust the heat out the back. It snaps right on the back, and the hose is collapsible. So it actually has a fairly decent length on it. Now, I mentioned earlier about the battery. Zero Breeze has a 12 volt, 40 amp hour battery that's available. Very stylish. The Zero Breeze will sit right on it and provides up to 5 hours of performance on low. It's $229 plus shipping. I am not paying $229 for a battery. I am most certainly not paying $229 for a battery that can only be used with one device. So let's talk alternatives. The Zero Breeze comes with a DC cord like this one. Regular cord at the regular adapter to plug in the end at the other end, and then here you just connect to the just connect it to a regular old cigarette or 12 volt auxiliary outlet, depending on how you want to say it nowadays. This is the modified, the pure sine wave inverter that I was talking about before. Got it right off of Amazon. That's the model number MRZ3011HU. It was $40, free shipping. This is a Duracell 12 volt, 14 amp hour AGM sealed lead acid battery. This will power the Zero Breeze for a little over an hour. It's actually a very light battery. Got it at Batteries Plus for about $30. And then just regular old battery clamps. Connect up to there. Plug in here. And you're all set. You may not even need to use the battery clamps, but I use the adapter here because I try to use the battery for other devices other than just the Zero Breeze. I carry everything in this tote bag, which I got from Academics for $10. It was on a clearance. It's the perfect size, and you can carry all of this stuff with you if you choose to, or you can just carry the Zero Breeze and its main stuff. So that is my review. I will post a few stats up here so that you can take a look at it. And I hope now this gives a more comprehensive look at the Zero Breeze unit, which I'm actually very impressed with. Thank you.